Most people do famous landmarks like a checklist, photo, souvenir, next. I travel differently. I collect the weight, how is this real? Details locals and guides casually drop when you slow down. Hi, I'm Carley, and I'm that person who stops mid-walk, opens notes, and types, ask about the door, ask about the tile, ask about the number. It's chaotic, but it makes trips feel alive. Today, I'm sharing 10 famous tourist spots with hidden secrets locals love to tell, and stay till the end, because after one, there's a bonus secret chamber literally carved into a mountain. Open loops before we start. One of these places has a whisper that travels across a noisy station. One has a prison room inside a clock tower, and one is still being X-rayed with cosmic rays like a real-life mystery box. Quick game. Before each reveal, guess the secret in your head, then comment your score at the end like a tiny travel exam none of us studied for. And when a secret makes you go, no way, hit like right then, because that's my cue to make more of this and less of boring. Okay, deep breath. We're starting at 10 in Rome, where wishes sound like coins. Number 10, Trevi Fountain. If you've seen it in photos, it looks serene. In real life, it's usually a beautiful elbow-to-elbow swirl of people, selfies, and someone's gelato melting in the background. Everyone knows the coin toss legend. Toss a coin and you'll come back to Rome. But locals love the practical detail. Those coins don't just sit there as tourist glitter. They've been collected and passed to Caritas in Rome to support charitable work, and the amounts can be massive over a year, enough to fund real services for people who need help. There's even a whole routine to it. Workers sweep and vacuum the coins, then they're dried and sorted, which is honestly the least glamorous part of making a wish. And while they're cleaning, they sometimes find random things tourists drop, jewelry, keys, and the occasional, how did that end up in there? Item that makes you picture the moment it slipped. Here's the very current twist. Rome has announced plans for a small fee for close-up access to the steps around the fountain, starting February 2026, partly to manage crowds. You can still view it from the piazza for free, but getting right down close, prime coin toss zone, may require a ticket during peak hours. Travel bestie tip: if you ever want the movie moment, go early morning or late night when the crowd loosens its grip, and you can actually hear the water. Comment coin if you'd still toss one even with the new rules, and tell me, heads or tails, what would you wish for? Number 9, Grand Central Terminal's Whispering Gallery, New York. This one feels like a magic trick you can do in public, even on a rushed commute day when you're clutching iced coffee like it's life support. On the lower level near the oyster bar, there are arched corners. Stand in one corner and have your friends stand diagonally across in the opposite corner. Tiny technique note: don't face your friend, face the corner and aim your whisper into the curve like you're telling the tile a secret and the tile is forwarding it. Put your mouth close to the tile, whisper something tiny like, "Don't look now, but we're being followed," and they'll hear you clearly across the space. It works because the curved arches carry sound along the surface, like your voice rides the tiles and lands in their ear, even with all the station noise. If you do it, keep it cute. Whisper, don't yell, or you'll just become a free Broadway audition for strangers. Report back in the comments with whisper or bust, and tell me what line you used, romantic, funny, or pure chaos. Bonus micro secret while you're there. In the main concourse, the famous celestial ceiling has a weird quirk. Parts of the sky map are reversed, and people still argue about why. If you're the kind of person who looks up more than you look at your phone, Grand Central rewards you. Number 8, Big Ben's Prison Room, London. Tiny correction I love. Big Ben is the bell. The tower is the Elizabeth Tower. And yes, there's a hidden prison room inside. It's described as an oak-panelled room that was used to detain MPs or peers for breaches of conduct. A literal, you're grounded room, but make it parliamentary. Even better, it could only be accessed from the House of Commons side, not via the usual tower entrance, so it's secret in a very British, private corridor way. It was reportedly last used in 1880, which is wild because you look at that tower and think it's only ever been postcards and chimes. And here's another blink and you miss it detail. There's a lantern called the Ayrton Light that's lit when the House of Commons is sitting after dark. So if you're outside at night and you see that light, it's basically Parliament's little "we're still at work" signal, like a tiny, elegant office status light. If this reveal made you grin, subscribe right now, because this channel is basically a long snack of hidden history travel, with less lecture and more one more secret. Comment jail if you want a full London episode, and tell me your guess. What other famous building do you secretly think has a hidden room? Number 7. Sagrada Familia's Magic Square, Barcelona. On the Passion facade, there's a grid of numbers most people stroll past like it's just decoration, until you actually look and your brain goes, wait, math? Add any row, column, or diagonal, and it totals the same number, 33, linked to the traditional age of Jesus at death. Here's the nerdy twist locals love. It's not the standard 4-fa-4 magic square with 116, which totals 34. This one repeats some numbers to make the symbolism work. So it's a magic square with intent, more message than puzzle. And once you see it, you start hunting for details everywhere, like you've been personally recruited by the universe. Mini challenge. If you ever go, snap a photo, zoom in later, and check the sums yourself. Comment 33 if hidden symbolism is your love language. And tell me, do you notice details like this on trips, or do you realize them 3 days later in the shower? Be honest. Number 6. The Louvre Pyramid and the 666 panes myth, Paris. You've probably heard someone swear the pyramid has 666 panes. Very Dan Brown, very dramatic, very I heard it on a tour once. But the commonly cited finished count is 673 panes, 603 rhombuses, and 70 triangles. The rumor has a backstory too. An early brochure during construction reportedly cited 666, and the myth took off like it had frequent flyer miles. So the real secret isn't the number, it's how the story spread. Tourists love a neat, spooky fact, even if the real world is always messier. The Louvre itself has official content that talks about pyramids on the site, like the inverted pyramid with its own pane count. So yes, the pane obsession is real. Try this. Stand by the pyramid at night and eavesdrop for 30 seconds. Someone will mention Da Vinci Code energy, I swear. Tell me in the comments, were you team 666 or team 673? Number 5. The Utilidors under Disney's Magic Kingdom, Florida. Ever wonder how characters and supplies move around without breaking the illusion? Parts of the park operate with utilidors, utility corridors used for behind-the-scenes movement. Here's the detail people love repeating. They're not a classic basement tunnel system, because Florida's water table makes that tricky. So parts of the utilidor system were built at ground level, and the Magic Kingdom was built above it, meaning guests are basically walking on what's effectively an upper floor. That's also why you rarely see, say, a Tomorrowland character casually strolling through Frontierland like they took a wrong turn. The backstage routes help keep the story world separate. Inside, the utilidors are color-coded to help cast members navigate, which is such a quietly genius, we thought of everything detail. Disney also offers a guided Keys to the Kingdom style tour that includes backstage context. And yes, people take it partly for the utilidor bragging rights. Quick comment prompt. If you could tour one backstage place, Disney, Broadway, or a movie set, what are you picking? If you love how it works secrets, tap like right now, because 4 is ancient backstage engineering on a whole other level. Number 4. The Colosseum's underground levels, Rome. The Colosseum above ground is iconic, but the underground is where the "how did they pull this off" lives. Beneath the arena was a network of corridors and rooms, the backstage area, where gladiators and animals waited before rising into the spotlight. The official site describes the underground stretching for about half a hectare, with corridors arranged around a central passage. It even mentions control rooms and big freight elevators, so picture ropes, pulleys, platforms, and an entire crew making entrances happen on cue. And here's the extra detail that makes it feel like a movie. Early on, there were even water shows, naumachii, before later changes made that impossible. When you imagine the roar of the crowd above and the shadows below, it gets cinematic fast. You can almost smell dust, iron, and adrenaline. Mid-roll check-in. If you're still here, you're my kind of traveler. Subscribe now, because I'm building a whole library of places that feel deeper than the postcard. Quick poll. Would you rather explore underground or stand on the arena floor? Drop your pick in the comments, and I'll tally it like an overly invested teacher. Number 3, the Passetto di Borgo, Rome. This one feels like pure thriller energy. It's an elevated passage, about 800 meters long, linking the Vatican area to Castel Sant'Angelo. On the official Castel Sant'Angelo site, it's described as an access route running roughly that full length, built into the old walls, hidden in plain sight. And it wasn't just built for drama, it was used for it. During the sack of Rome in 1527, Pope Clement VII escaped to Castel Sant'Angelo via the Passetto. Vatican accounts reference the escape during that crisis. When I picture it, I can practically hear footsteps echoing above a city in chaos, and I get chills. Breath moment, Rome below, panic everywhere, and one hidden path that changes the ending. Comment Passetto if you want a Rome episode that's basically hidden corridors and escape routes. Number 2, the Great Pyramid of Giza's hidden spaces, Egypt. Even the most famous monument on Earth can still surprise us, because scientists are still mapping it. Using MOND detection, cosmic ray imaging, researchers reported a large void above the Grand Gallery in 2017, described as the first major inner structure found since the 19th century. That void is described as having a cross-section similar to the Grand Gallery and a minimum length in the tens of meters, which is huge, considering it was unknown. Then later, scientific reporting characterized a corridor-like structure near the north face. News reports put it at around 9 meters long, like a hidden hallway waiting for the next chapter. I love this because it's the perfect mix of ancient and modern, 4,500-year-old stone, and particle physics. So the next time someone says, "We already know everything about the pyramids," you can smile and go, do we though? Comment pyramid if you want a full episode on modern discoveries inside ancient sites, and tell me, does this make you feel curious or slightly spooked? Number 1, the Eiffel Tower's private office, Paris. Up near the top, Gustave Eiffel reserved a private space, more like an office salon than a cozy bedroom fantasy, and it became a whole social obsession. People offered serious money to rent it. He refused. According to the Eiffel Tower's own write-up, it wasn't really a place he slept. It's remembered more as a private working and hosting space. One famous visitor tied to this story is Thomas Edison, and the official site talks about a recreation of the office with figures staged like a frozen moment. It's one of my favorite human secrets because it reminds you that even giant monuments have little personal corners. So, on a tower built for the world, there was a hidden VIP nook reserved for the man who built it. Bonus secret after 1, Mount Rushmore's Hall of Records. Behind the faces, there's a chamber concept called the Hall of Records. It's not accessible to visitors, but the National Park Service describes a repository inside with porcelain enamel panels telling the monument's story. Basically, a message to the future hidden inside the mountain, like a time capsule with cheekbones. And if you stayed for the bonus, you're officially in the One More Secret Club. I see you. Okay, your turn. Which secret surprised you most? Trevi, Big Ben, the Pyramid Void, or Eiffel's office? Comment it, and tell me your final score from the guessing game. Next episode, we go darker. Creepy legends locals whisper after dark. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and if you want, drop an emoji so I know you made it to the end. Wander, explore, discover, and I'll see you in the next one.